Everyone, Passion Gaming here, and in this video I'm gonna be talking about all the major free no-scope updates out so far. So let's get started. So the first major free update that came out from No Man's Sky was the Foundation update. This is version 1.1. So may I see the cover art there? So I'm not gonna read all of it, guys. Just to show you guys all of it, but I'm not gonna read all of it though. But it says including update 1.1, the Foundation update, and yeah, the Foundation update is this is the first of many free updates. And yeah, so what the foundation update did was it added game modes, so three game modes: normal, creative, and survival. And and then per depth they added in the free Pathfinder update, which I'll show you guys after this, of course. But after I'm showing the free foundation update page. But yeah, but yeah. So this is one of the things the free foundation update did. Next thing it did was add base building. So I guess since read that all there, I'm gonna scroll through this, and it also added farming, making camps. So like, yeah, just add like save points. Being able to place save points anywhere. Being able to put automatic harvesters to gather resources continuously. Like construction terminals, allowing communication terminals. I mean, allowing you to like leave subspace messages for others to find. Being mineral deposits nearby mineral deposit uninhabited bases uninhabited uninhabited bases or drop spots can be discovered as a signal scanner. Being able to deploy equipment in the field. It also added being able to buy freighters. So like you can summon it anywhere in the galaxy. You can freighters. They let you expand your reserves. Uh, and you could teleport resources to the freighter or on planet. You stockpile goods within freighters and transport them in bulk to trade in other systems. You could customize the your freighter like kind of like base building, and yeah, the customization in freighters pretty much like base building, but you could build hydroponic labs to grow crops. They added like a new recruitment system to recruit NPCs for your freighter. They can create extended cargo holds to increase freighter capacity. They also added new resources and technologies. So you can discover new resources as you explore. Biome-specific resources only grow in specific climates. I mean most of these, but discovering you could they also new technologies. Craft new items with build would via or would via base building, advanced mining laser, and hazmat gauntlets. You can use these items to gather resources in specific biomes. They improved the UI. They added the quick menu. Um, you stock up to 5 items per inventory slot. New arrows. You include the research symbols. Yeah, and they improved. Let me view current objectives. So press on and D-pad to view current objective. Yeah, it's no longer color tinted and remove artifacts. So actually, but I mean, I guess yeah, there are early warning of pirates on the cockpit. Red screen indicates you're unable to use pulse drive. They added TAA and motion blur. Introduce motion blur to turn off. Visit options display. Introduce TAA. Temporal anti-aliasing as an option. Actually added texture streaming, which will allow maximum spec PCs to run the game more smoothly and should help players who are experiencing frame rate drops due to memory loss. So here are the patch notes. First of the patch notes. I'm not gonna read all this, but they improve general gameplay, localization, UI, PS4, PC, generation, creatures, atmospherics, terrain, visuals, space combat, freighters, audio. Yeah, for a first major free update, Foundation was a good first major free update. You know what I mean? It was a really good first major free update. You know what I mean? So yeah, that was a free Foundation update. Next up is a free Pathfinder update. So Pathfinder update is version 1.2. By the way, the free Foundation update came out back on November 27th, 2016. The free Pathfinder update came out on March 8th. No, wait, did I say, yeah, the free Foundation update came out on November 27th, 2016. And then the free Pathfinder update came out on March 8th, 2017. So, yeah, this was version 1.2. And, first, the free Foundation update was version 1.1. But, the free Pathfinder update version 1.2. So, introducing Pathfinder update 1.2. It says, I'll read this. The Pathfinder update introduces planetary vehicles, base sharing, PS4 Pro support, ship weapon specialization, permadeath mode, and much more. It shows a path for the future. Like I like when they said that there, because it was hinting at the path for the future, and like this update, this free Pathfinder update is gonna turn 4 years old next month, and they're still doing free updates and free patches for No Man's Sky, which is awesome. So yeah, to keep going, which is nice. I like Hello Games a lot, but yeah. Also, you can see Troller Foundation update. There was a Troller too. I don't know why I didn't mention that, but I so with okay. One of the things it did was visual updates. So they added, they introduced a host of visual improvements. Making the universe more detailed. You know, high and ultra resolution textures, more accurate ambient lighting, horizon based ambient occlusion, high contrast lighting effects, crypt solar rays from the sun, improved post processing with several filter options, HDR mode for compatible monitors and televisions, online base sharing, Steam Workshop, being able to multiple ships, you know, in and ship class specialization classes and ability to trade in pure ships against new purchases, starship specializations, PS4 Pro support, you know, allowing 4K resolution gameplay, 4K rendering on PC has also been optimized. New vehicles, is Exocraft, so Nomad, the Roamer, the Colossus, and I'm not gonna read all this here, but you guys can see it. But yeah, this was the Pathfinder, the free Pathfinder update added, it added Exocraft, so you see here too. Exocraft races, new shops and traders. They also added new currency called nano clusters and much more. And they improved like the standing and stuff. They added more base building parts, so customization options for your bases have been more than doubled. So base building variety, you can see this here. More than 40 new base building parts has been added, including curved lights, stairs, observation domes, and more. Yeah, sorry I didn't read all of it. You can see it there, but they do a lot, which is nice with their free updates. The major free updates is awesome. Like yeah, they added new material aesthetics, including wood, stone, metal, as well as 7 new colors. You can see right here. At least you guys can see it here. Multi-tool specs. They also added multi-tool specialization in classes. New weapon modes. Permadeath mode. Photo mode. Discovery mode. They did discovery mode improvements. You see here. New music with 65 days of static. Quality of life improvements. Like being able to, skip the journey milestone. You know, they added mission log, stuff like that, and a lot more. And here are the rest of the fashion notes. You got audio, the ships in space, gameplay, base building, UI, visuals, PC, PS4. Yeah, they do a lot. Yeah. More games should take note from Hello Games. Like No Man's Sky. Like they put a lot of effort and work into their, the major free updates, and I like it a lot. You know what I mean? Like it's a great evolving game. You know what I mean? Like it always improves, and a lot. It always gets fixed. It always gets things added to it, fixed and improved, and it's just awesome. So all right, that's the free Pathfinder update. Next up, the free Atlas Rises update. This came out on the 1 year anniversary. This is version 1.3. Came out back on August 11th, 2017. So yeah, let's cover art again. Well, I mean, I didn't show you guys cover art yet, but the Pathfinder I forgot to mention. But you guys, I mean, you saw the cover art too. But yeah, this is Atlas Rises update. Introducing update 1.3. Atlas Rises update. I read this right here. Update 1.3. Atlas Rises brings a brand new and overhauled central storyline, portals, a new procedural mission system, trade improvements, system economies, joint exploration, and more. It says right here. This update marks the 1 year anniversary of No Man's Sky, and a lot has changed. You see Pathfinder Foundation these major updates. This is the next step on our journey. So yeah, I showed you guys the free Pathfinder Foundation updates already. But yeah, and of course it's the next step on the journey. So it was the next step on the journey. Yeah. So I added a new story, 3 hours new story content, double the lore interactions of the 16 games. There's more here. You guys can see here, new race. Uh, they improved the galactic so this is galactic regeneration. So it regenerate the system, and as well economy and conflict levels to the star systems. You can now install galactic technology to be able to filter demands for life form, wealth, and economy. They improve waypointing and navigation. See your journey so far from beginning to end, and to control. The galaxy map has been overhauled, improving navigation and providing access to key information. New worlds. They improve the variety and visual quality of planetary biomes and new exotic planet types. As you journey to the galactic core. Uh, Crash freighters. They added the mission system, interstellar trading. So they added new economic valuables, new trade goods, gas harvesters, stuff like that. You can see it out here. They improved the analyst visor, user interface, new mission log, you know, they updated your journey milestone page, discovery page, in-game guide. They added in-game guide, stuff like that. Visual improvements, terrain editing. So they added the terrain manipulator. We could edit terrain, portals. They improved space combat. You can now use a little flight in the ship. So they improved that, which is nice. So before this, obviously you can use a little flight. So now they added that here. And before everything ever here, when the game came out, of course. So yeah, this just improved a lot. You know what I mean? During exploration, it's like an introduction to multiplayer. Before multiplayer got added in the big free next update. So yeah, but Alex Rise is pretty much the first big free update for No Man's Sky. The first big anniversary update. Foundation and Pathfinder is big too, but of course they're smaller. So yeah, but there we go. During exploration, new ships, quality of life. Like temperature measurement at different Celsius to Fahrenheit based on locale. You can now, they added the option to summon the menu. You know, you can now just specific technology in the cargo and towards of anti improve inventory management. Please for placing now just a field of view with the option menus. You jump between systems from the comfort of your freighter, just interact with the hologram on your bridge, and select the location to travel to. The language ship no longer auto ejects you from the conflict. Take time to survey the planet for exiting. Yeah, sorry I'm not reading all this, you guys, but I'm reading a lot of it. So, but yeah, this is awesome to do a lot. You know what I mean? At least you guys can see it. If you don't read it, you guys can see it. So here are the patch notes. The rest of the patch notes: generation, exploration, gameplay, trade and farming, freighters, space, galactic maps, starships, UI, graphics, audio, and language. Alright, so here we go. This is the second big free anniversary update for the 2-year anniversary. Was the No Man's Sky, the big free No Man's Sky Next update. So this brought No Man's Sky to version 1.5. So this came out back on July 24th, 2018, and also brought the game to Xbox One as well. So yeah, so yeah, okay, update 1.5, okay, next, including update 1.5. Update 1.5 next includes a full multiplayer experience, near unlimited base building, commander freighter, armadas, a graphical overhaul, and more. This update marks the 2-year anniversary of No Man's Sky, and a lot has changed. Please see Alex Rises, Pathfinder, and Foundation Free's major updates. I already showed you guys them before. These free updates, I showed you guys them before. This is important next step on our journey. So, okay, this one added full multiplayer. This update added this free, yeah, they added full multiplayer. Add full multiplayer. Uh, community engagement. They're talking about the weekly missions before they happen, but the free weekly missions happen after. You know, and it's all free with no microtransactions. Like, show you guys, all updates and patches from My Sky are free, no microtransactions and stuff, and the events are free too with no microtransactions too. So that's awesome. Everything they add, fix, and improve on My Sky is all free. Everything you do in it, too, which is nice. So our Galactic Atlas website, they added Galactic Atlas website. Base building, they overhauled it. Bases can now be built anywhere on any planet. High mountains are underwater. 100 new base parts have been added to allow creative possibilities. Teleports can now be built anywhere on the planet's surface. The teleport menu has been working for ease of use. Base complexity and size limits have been dramatically increased. This can own multiple bases spread across regions, planets, or star systems. Scope this terrain around your base with improved terrain manipulator. Third person, so now you can play the game in first or third person, both on foot and in the ship. Start controls in both views now allow for true fight mode across the surface of planets. Communicate with other players using expressive gestures. Add gestures here too, available from the quick menu. And yeah, and they added, get onto that later, but they added, first person view, and being able to play the first person and third person view. Before this update, this free Uh, Synthesis update. You can only play use extra traffic in first person, I mean in third person VR, but then the free synthesis update added that. You can play in first and third person view. And of course the big preview update they added option to use the extra track the first person view with VR. But yeah. Alright, character customization. Now you can customize the character. Play as a Gag, Viking, Corv, Active Traveler, Anomaly. Here, you guys just I'm happy to do this video so I can keep you guys up to date. So yeah. I want to record this computer, but I couldn't find the thing to record. I gotta look more into that later, maybe future videos. But alright, next up, freighter enhancements. Similar upgraded fleet of frigates. You can now command your frigates from the bridge of your freighter, complete real-time fleet missions, and yeah, this one. I read this again. Assemble an upgraded fleet of frigates, each specialized to excel in combat, exploration, trade, and industry support. You call on your fleet for assistance in space battles, deploy them to help you explore a specific system. They improve freighter base building on for truly custom capital ship. Crafting resources. All core substance resources reworked. Overhauled, rebalanced to increase consistency and realism. Factory resources expanded. Deployable tech can be picked up. Crafting is deeper addition with a refiner. So I'm not gonna read all that. We see it there. Experiment with refiner recipes. There are possibilities. Procedure tech, they added, now discover unique procedure generate technology tech where you're to suit multiple and starships. They did analysis advisory enhancements, mission and structure. They overhauled the opening section of the game. Envoys and space stations offer rewards and tributes to high-ranking members of their guilds. Mission types have been expanded with photography, feeding, freighter attack, and defense, archaeology, and specialized hunting missions. So yeah, now available. Um, Photography, I mean, but alright, graphical enhancements. So they improved the graphics. You can see there stuff. Planetary rings. They added planetary, rings of asteroids and improved space visual to make space more fruitful than ever. They added ring planets. They improved the oceans with improved bodies of water with new continental terrain shapes. They improved the clouds. See, at this time it was coming later, but they already have it now. They overhauled the UI. Did some more quality life improvements. Inventory stack that makes it for a more streamlined experience. Feel free to summon any of the personal structure fleet at any time. And waiting for the build menu, click more menu more efficient, stuff like that. Space station market. So they overhauled the space stations, which are space exploration needs, and the huge new space station marketplace. Exploration for fauna and flora. So they improved all that. Finally, in savage varied ruins. Train manipulator. Use train to unearth lost ancient treasures. Use train manipulator to locate varied technology modules and turn the salvage components into new ways for the blueprint. Analyzer. Some creature types will herd together now, rising and fleeing as a group. Creatures now respond more enthusiastically to being fed. I'm not gonna read all this, but these movies now feel more natural and intelligent. Improve AI, timing of animation, sentinel. Behaviors, animation has been improved. You can see up there. Overhaul the signal booster. They added new hazardous flora and fauna. They improved audio. And new music. How weird. And they improved the creature sound stuff, NPC sounds, stuff like that. Star sounds and combat audio, authority for their character as well and stuff like that. So alright, here's the rest of the patch notes. Third person, missions, bases, freighters, crafting resources, UI, UX, graphics and planet generation, species and buildings, exploration, fauna and flora, controls and combat, audio, stability, balancing fixes. Alright. So that was the Big Free Next update. Next up, this is not I usually you could call this like it was more of a free patch than a major free update. But I'm gonna put this in here too. There's a lot of other free patches as well that I didn't mention here, but this is 1.6, right? So you guys can see it here. But I wanted to show this because you know they're free patches. They do a lot of stuff with their free patches too. You know what I mean? Which is cool too. So like here, you guys can see it here. Like for example, like here they improved they added more to the character creator. So you see right here, and stuff like that. And all right, and then obviously these are not all the free patches. It's just these two are two of them, but I decided to throw these two because I mean personally I count them as major. But so next up was this was a Exocraft overhaul. So they added a new Pilgrim, the Pilgrim Exocraft. This is a free Exocraft overhaul. Uh, they tweet, they improved the existing Exocrafts. Like the Nomad, Roman Colossus. They fixed multiplayer racing. They increased inventory size, and they made summoning easier. GBs not only need to be at once after that all exocraft can be set at unlimited range on any planet where you constructed a new exocraft summoning station. New upgrades for the program and order. Exocraft can be purchased from the exocraft technician once the missions are complete. Exocraft handling has to be adjusted with a series of new technologies, allowing players to customize the grip of drift levels of the different vehicles. Customize your exocraft fleet with different colors, decals, and boost flames. To choose from. And alright, yeah, so here are the rest of the patch notes. I can read all this. You guys can see it here. And I also like the development post. They gave shout outs to community and stuff too. You guys can see here. So yeah. Alright, there's that. This was the next major Freedom Masquerade update. Okay, let me go back. Also, this came out on I don't know why I didn't reach the date earlier. It came out October 5th, 2018. And this one came out um excuse me, this came out September 20th, 2018. Alright, now, here's the next major Freedom Mask update. Those are two free patches I showed you guys, but I consider them major. This one was the next major free No Man's Sky update. This is No Man's Sky Abyss, the Abyss. This brought No Man's Sky 2 version 1.7. So, yeah, and by the way, this one brought No Man's Sky to version 1.6, and this one brought No Man's Sky to version 1.63. Okay, so now back to No Man's Sky The Abyss. This brought No Man's Sky to version 1.7. So the Abyss, including update 1.7, explore the terrains of the deep in the Abyss update, including aquatic environments over 5 times more variety, varied creature behaviors, improved underwater visuals, and much more. So they added like a new story underwater, aquatic missions, sunken wrecks. So they overhauled underwater, diving helmet, the underwater biomes, submarine, new building parts, swimming controls, new substances, vehicle shop, freighter and frigate enhancements. Yeah, they also did this to commemorate the recent edition of the Pilgrim Exocraft motorbike and the submarine, the Nautilon. So this is the submarine's called. Of course, you can rename it if you want to, but yeah, and extensive reworking of the vehicle technologies and upgrade systems. The new version has been set up in space station. You have some space stations, and here are the patch notes. So underwater gameplay and visuals, fish and underwater creatures, UI, bases and buildings, freighters, ships in space, missions and progression, vehicles, creatures, system. Alright, now next up is the next major Phoenix update. This is the Visions update. This came out in No Sky Vision. This came out on November 22nd, 2018. So only a few weeks after the free Abyss update. But yeah, the free No Man's Sky Visions update came out November 22nd, 2018. And the free Abyss update came out, October 29th, 2018. So No Man's Sky Visions brought No Man's Sky to version 1.75. So Visions is putting update 1.75. It's got a more varied, more diverse universe in the Visions update, including new planetary biomes, more colorful worlds, new fauna and flora, archaeology, salvaging, and much more. So yeah, this trailer I didn't mention all the trailers, but yeah, you can see it there. So yeah, Vision next type trailer too. All right, new planetary biomes, And of course, Atlas Rises and Foundation Pathfinder. Okay, new planetary biomes, new creatures, less diversity, water variation, atmosphere types and rainbows, exotic trophies, archaeology, uh, celestial scrap, storm crystals, very hazardous flora. Obviously, I'm not gonna read all of this, but you guys can see it here. Sentient minerals, share community mission progress, Crash Fader variation, so they added more variety to the Crash Faders. So here's the rest of the panels: mission progression, UI, bases and buildings, planets and discoveries, visuals and system. So yeah, next up was the Big Free Beyond update. So this came out for the 3rd anniversary of No Man's Sky on August 14th, 2019. So it's like five days after the 3rd anniversary of No Man's Sky, because No Man's Sky came out back on August 9th, 2016. So yeah, here it is, No Man's Sky Beyond. So yeah. So Beyond. Oh, actually, I forgot to put this on for you guys. I don't know why I forgot to add this, but here we go. So I'll go to this after the free census update. I should get free census update. I'm gonna pay for Beyond first. I'm gonna do free Beyond update. Okay, so I'm back here to the free No Man's Sky Beyond update. This is version 2. This final one's got a version 2.0. Beyond Clean Update 2.0. Update 2.0 Beyond. That's the expansive multiplayer experience introduced next. Takes a version 2 whole new level, fully fledged virtual reality, overhauls base building, NPCs, technology trees, and much more. Marking the 3rd anniversary of No Man's Sky. This is our largest update so far, broadening the experience across the entire game. Our journey continues, and there's a trailer. So yeah, they added, VR support. Yeah, the VR support, expanded multiplayer. It's time to start a new journey, so they, improve the missions and tutorials. They add new story content. Two ways together the existing strands. With the Alex Pass, the journey to space anomaly, the story of Artemis. They, now they added substances, crafted products, new technologies, and other curiosities. Are curiosities. I mean, are automatically added to the new catalog. The first encounter, the work defending system. Guidance features throughout the game has been drastically improved. Ambient multiplayer. So animated encounters are explorers now represent full character model and players to see each other's characters and show customizations. So surviving, building, and exploring together is richer and more weird than ever. These supports the networking interface to grow with any exploration encounter. PC players can use an expanded interface and group options, systematic communications. I mean, a new social hub. This was the Nexus. You have the Nexus. Yeah, they overhauled the space anomaly. So yeah, they have like featured bases, the bases in the anomaly, featured bases and stuff. Yeah, you can summon the anomaly Nexus anywhere in space. Nexus missions, technology trees. Blueprints are now visible through like with technology trees. Yeah, let's create this out here. They added technology specialists, freighter and figured technologies from the freighter bridge. You can unlock that from their product trees that specially research trees and their facilities. Balance the gameplay. Like for example, like can now enjoy longer stretches of uninterrupted mining with less frequent and less aggressive sentinels, and a reworked overheat mechanic for the mining beam. The rewards pushing heat to limit. They relaxed inventory limitations. They did a lot of quality life improvements. You guys can see here. They overhauled the discovery page. They made it, yeah, make the interface better. And it display alien flora, fauna, and mineral discoveries in greater detail, planetary charts, a galaxy map. They overhauled it, or they improved it further. Yeah, they improved it further. Talk about the VR user interface. They added new traveler NPCs, so they add them to the Nexus. So there's 12 of them. New alien encounters, more than 60 new logs are available from alien NPCs encounters in planetary facilities, featuring many stories and missions. All 60 alien NPCs dialogues can be visited and enhanced. Everything has been improved with aliens establishing more appropriate moods from the start of conversations. Dialogue boxes have been improved to more clearly distinguish between descriptive text and dialogue. Dynamic NPCs. The NPCs can now walk around stuff. And interact. environment and stuff. And then there's now a richer mix of NPCs on space stations. And they can interact with like chairs, panels, and NPCs. NPCs also respond to gestures from explorers. Some alien NPCs may be encountered on the planet's surface with new unique sets of dialogue. Alien languages. They enhance the alien languages, giving explorers the choice of what catalog word to learn. They had a new audio translator tech for the exosuit. Translate a small number of unknown words. They add more than 700 new alien words, to the dictionary, and very similar word variations such as plurals are now learned together in groups. They add creature writing, so you could tame, mount, and ride creatures, animals. Also, you could harvest animals. So added cooking recipes, counted 10 new variants of flora on every plant surface. There's more than 300 recipes. You create very tame creatures. You could consume your creation for a boost to your exosuit for them to iteration Cronus award the anomaly for culinary uh, quote or quita or quidku and potential rewards. Uh, yeah, they're in the space anomaly, the Nexus. All right, base power system. They added electricity. You guys can see here. I did the optimization, improved base building. They added just industrial base building. You did Starship enhancements. VR user interface. Talk about that there. First person aircraft driving. And and then VR controller support, Vulkan, PC graphics options, expanded controller support, and you can now sit. So alright, here's the rest of the patch notes: VR, graphics and performance, controls and options, the space anomaly, user interface, which is interactions, building, bug fixes, discovery and exploration, visual polish, quality of life, and yep, that's the big free Beyond update. Now onto the free synthesis update. And then I'll go on to the free Bytebeat update. You can count this as a free patch too, but yeah, sorry I didn't put that there earlier, so I'm gonna go there after. Alright, now the free uh synthesis update for No Man's Sky. Alright. This brought No Man's Sky to update to version 2.2. This came out back on November 27th, 2019. So a few months after the big free No Man's Sky Beyond update came out. So alright. So wait, it was November 20. Wait, hold on. I just want to check to make sure. It's either November 27 or November 28. Let's see. It might have been November 28. Oh, yeah, I think it's November 28. Yeah, November 28. All right. Just want to make sure. Go back here. Here it is. So yeah, here we go. So synthesis, Nomadic synthesis, including update 2.2. This update introduces a number of frequency frequently requested features and improvements to No Man's Sky Beyond. Alongside these new features are a large number of community quality of life improvements as well as general polish. So, they added Starship upgrades, Starship salvaging, new terrain editing system. Fortunately, it's not seems to be loading here. But let me see. I'm gonna go down more and see. I'll scroll back after later. Okay, so they also protected terrain edits. See custom outfits to the customizer, get the customizer. They also added now being able to use first person view and exocraft without VR. So yeah, new features and enabled in VR. So features being unified across VR and non-VR. Photo mode, writing and available in all versions of the game. That didn't load there. Space map, they overhauled the Starship space map, including quality and clarity visuals, quality life improvements, inventory management, new technologies, new base parts. So yep. Discovery page improvements. So like yeah, this triangular base building parts. They added those. Discovery page additions, bug fixing and polish. So they fixed like 297 bugs. Yeah, improves, yeah. Base building improvements, more storage, capacity of storage containers have been significantly increased. The containers can now be given custom names. Personal refiner. You can get on your exosuit now. And it's not loading for some reason, these gifts, but and now you can own multi-tools, so okay, up to yeah. And here's the rest of the patch notes. So salvage, terrain editing, multi-tools, VR, non-VR priority, personal refiner, customizer, space map, base building, inventory UI refinements, currents and visuals, upgrades in technology, general quality of life and polish, multiplayer, discovery page, VR bug fixes, general bug fixes. Alright, now on to the free Bytebeat update. You can also call this I don't know. Depends how you want to see it. I consider this a major free update too. So, alright, so the free Bytebeat update came out on December 16th, 2019. So, you know, a little bit after the free synthesis update. So, like a few weeks after. Alright, here we go. So, you guys can see it here. The Bytebeat lets you create music. And right here are the patch notes. So yeah, there's that. Now, go on to the free Living Ship update. This is the first, major free No Man's Sky update for 2020. So, yeah. So No Man's Sky Living Ship including update 2.3. So explore space from a different perspective with the Living Ship update. Introducing a new class of biological ship, a new story mission, mysterious space encounters, space NPCs, and more. The Living Ship, like a new class, a new ship type. Uh, organic technologies, this new mission, organic cockpit, space encounters, experience rare kinds of mysterious space objects and strange new life forms, pulsing through a star system, so they added more to see in space. And investigating these may often yield rewards and more dangerous encounters, space NPCs, quality of life. And here's the rest of the living ship missions, encounters, trader hills, quality of life, optimizations, bug fixes, and yeah, that's the free living ship update. Now onto the free Exomech update, which came out on April 7th, 2020. So it's a little bit after the free living ship update. So let's get Exomech, including update 2.4. So yeah, it's fun. Let's get to 2.4 version 2.4, and yeah, but I think that's the version numbers for all of them. But yeah, sorry I didn't say. I don't know I didn't. Well, okay, so living ship update brought No Man's Sky to version 2.2. Wait, I think it was 2.2. No, 2.3. My bad. It brought No Man's Sky 2 version 2.3. Yep, 2.3. And of course, synthesis. I think brought No Man's Sky up to version 2.2. So Exomech brought No Man's Sky up to version 2.4. So alright, Exomech introducing up to 2.4. Soar and stop across the landscape with the Exomech update, including introducing a fully controllable mechable walker, new exocraft technologies, infinite space building, and much more. To this trailer. So, by the way, synthesizing a trailer, and so yeah. So the Manator, this is the name of the mech they added here. You can also rename it, of course. So advanced jump capabilities, immersive cockpit, expanded exploration abilities, new extra technologies. Like for example, like solar panel. You can now install solar panels with extracraft to charge your engines during daylight. Improve extracraft scanning. You can now summon extracraft from freighters. New extracraft decals, graphic options. Power line management. They improve the power stuff. Players may now construct an electrical cloaking unit, a new base part that will hide power lines across the entire base. Play lines will still be visible on uh, construction mode. Power lines, base building, quality of life, and here's the rest of the patch notes. So the Manator, extracraft hazard changes, new extracraft technologies, extracraft quality of life and fixes, graphical improvements and options, base building, quality of life, bug fixes. All right, so It's a free No Man's Sky XMAC update. XMAC update. Free XMAC update. Now, the next major free No Man's Sky update. The next major free update for No Man's Sky came out on June 10th, 2020. No, June 12th. June 11th. 2020. I mean, but this post was on June 10th, 2020. The day before it came out. But the next major free No Man's Sky update was uh crossplay. So this brought No Man's Sky update version 2.5. So alright, you guys go. So here are the patch notes. They had crossplay. They overhauled the friends section in the menu. They re-enabled voice chat on PS4. They put chat options, quality life. Wait, actually, yeah. So yeah, the Game Pass. They brought no Game Pass. They improved They added crossplay multiplayer. No Man's Sky friends. They improved that. Chat options, quality of life, UI improvements and bug fixes. And yeah. So, yeah. All right. Next up. This is the next major free No Man's Sky update. Came out. It was like about a month after the free No Man's Sky crossplay update. This was No Man's Sky Desolation, free No Man's Sky Desolation update. This came out July 16, 2020. So let me go to the here. Yeah, No Man's Sky Desolation brought No Man's Sky up to version 2.6, the free No Man's Sky Desolation update. So all right, Desolation, including update 2.6. Savage, uh, yeah, Savage and survive in the and survive in the haunted wreckage of derelict freighters with the Desolation update, introducing procedure generate freighters, more story content, combat improvements, freighter customization, and more. So yeah, derelict freighters you can go into, abandoned freighters, procedure generate interiors, atmospheric danger, deadly infestations. Not sure why it's not loading. Procedural stories, improved bloom effects, improved lens flare, new lighting effects, salvage freighter technologies, freighter inventory upgrades. You can now customize your freighter inventory management. They, you know, improve that. Freighter teleporter. You can have a teleporter in the freighter. Improve combat mechanics. Space encounter guidance. Flare titles. New Nexus missions. And here's the rest of the patch notes. So you guys can see that all here. So alright. That's a free Desolation update. Now on to the next major free No Man's Sky update. This was the big one for 2020, the 4-year anniversary. This was No Man's Sky Origins. So so Origins, including update 3.0, has brought No Man's Sky up to version 3.0. Update 3.0 Origins dramatically expands the universe of No Man's Sky. Explore a stranger, rich and universe with deeper planetary diversity, dramatic new terrain, a host of new creatures, new weather conditions, colossal buildings, and much more. Our journey continues, and here's the trailer. There's definitely got a trailer too. A crossplay didn't get trailer. So new planets, they added like millions of new planets. I heard like 1 billion. Yeah. Binary and ternary stars. So sunrise systems are home to multiple stars, creating exciting new patterns in the sky. And, dramatic landscapes. They overhauled the planets and stuff. User interface refresh. Richer diversity. Alien fauna. They had a new alien fauna and stuff. Cloud and weather variety. They improved that. Marshes. They added form swaps and marshes, increased the color variety, they improved the teleporters, photo mode, colossal archive buildings, they added that, historical stories, they added that too, infestations also added that, new lighting conditions, they added, yeah, anomalous buildings, they added that, you guys know what to say. You can, volcanoes added that, firestorms, storm gameplay effects, new items and crafting, enhanced terrain detail, enhanced planet quality settings, exploration guide. They improve that. Information log now feature local information register, providing detailed information about the current system or planet. Etc. Portal interference lifted, meteors, gravitation anomalies, tornadoes, lightning, planetary NPC encounters. Discovery menu improvements, water tool upgrades, insect life, robots, improve creature behaviors, sandworms, and here's the rest of the fashion notes: planetary generation, planetary visuals, atmospheric visuals, star system visuals, planetary fauna, planetary weather, planetary buildings, sandworms, traders, user interface, photo mode, I think atoms, and user interface stands for is UI. Multi-tool upgrades, further interference, other fixes, and yeah. And here is the most recent one, the most recent major free update for No Man's Sky, most major free update for No Man's Sky, the most recent one. No Man's Sky Next Generation. So this brought No Man's Sky to version 3.10. So this came out for this it came out around the time the next generation consoles came out in November 2020. So yeah, so okay, upgrade 3.10 brings the graphical enhancement and smoother No Sky to the next generation console. All enhancements that are available to PC players. Continue journey in years with bigger bases, lesser planets, more players, faster warp speeds, and more free for all existing players. So yeah, it's awesome. All the updates and patches for No Sky are free, and they fix and improve a lot, which is nice. So too. So but yeah, the cool thing too was even though this was a next gen specific update, they did release it for PS4 and Xbox One too, which is nice. So yeah, that's good. But all right, for the trailer, and Origins got a trailer too. So yeah, so fuller worlds, richer base construction. Journey continues. The cool thing too is PS4 and Xbox One can see these big bases too. So the 32 player multiplayer, crossplay. So PS4, Xbox One can crossplay with PS5, Xbox Series X and S. So last gen can crossplay with next gen, and and PC can all crossplay with PC too. So yep, 4K at 60 FPS, PlayStation 5 trigger feedback, PlayStation 5 3D audio, PlayStation virtual reality, PlayStation VR, ultra visuals, and improved warp and startup speed. So here's the fashion list. The next generation console support, visual enhancements, performance and stability, quality of life, MISC miscellaneous bug fixes, and yeah. So sorry the order of this wasn't right here, but so yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Yeah, but yeah, I enjoyed showing this to all to you guys, and yeah, so I think, like I said before, I think they're still gonna update No Man's Sky for PS4 and Xbox One for a while, alongside next gen consoles, PS5, Xbox Series S and X, and PC. You know what I mean? So that's good. That's good. I think they're gonna keep optimizing the engine. So because not everyone can get a next gen console right now. So like, yeah, a lot of people are still playing on PS4 and Xbox One. So that's good. They're gonna continue to support for a while. You know what I mean? To update them for a while too. You know what I mean? But yeah, I thought that would be a good time to do it, especially with the next major phenom right around the corner. You know what I mean? So when that does come out, I will be doing a video like this. Reading showing guys the update page. You know what I mean? Like, so looking forward to that. So all right, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please be sure to like my channel, and yeah, peace out. And I didn't even know I recorded that long, but happy I recorded this video, and yeah, peace out, you guys, and see you all.